Hey guys, this is Candle, and welcome to a game I already recorded the first 3 hours of, but now have to re-record thanks to a technical glitch. Yes, I got 3 hours into this game, and stopped to take a break.
Great to start the weekend with Detroit.
Yes, it is. Yeah, I stopped to take a break, and realized that even though the game had recorded fine, there was no game audio. So now I have to start all over again, which really sucks. But either way, what we're going to do is we're going to record a little bit, and then I'll stop and check it. So yeah, I decided to try to record things a little bit differently than I normally do to try to get 1080p 60 FPS footage. Because the capture box I usually use, the software that's included, which takes advantage of the encoding that can be done on the box itself, only does 720p 60 or 1080p 30. It doesn't go to 1080p 60. However, it does register input
with Schrodinger's cat?
at 1080p 60. So
until you decide what happens, everything is happening at once, like in Detroit.
Yeah. Anyways, so I really am enjoying this game. So let's just get right into it. No more preamble. Start a new story. Previous checkpoints will be replaced. Your story will be updated as you play. Yes. So yeah, this is the newest game from David Cage. He's the same guy who brought us Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls and Fahrenheit Indigo Prophecy. And his first game was Omicron the Nomad Soul, which starred David Bowie. Like actual David Bowie. I haven't had a chance to play that game yet, though. But this one just came out, so this is the one we're doing. And it's really interesting. So we start August 15, 2038, 8:29 p.m. So this game does have a free demo available on PSN, and it's basically this first chapter is the demo. And I don't know if there's anything really different about what's in the retail version of the game versus the demo. I haven't noticed anything really, but yeah, it's still quite interesting. So yeah, we are playing as Connor, who is an android, and there are different things we can do and interact with. So yeah, because this is a David Cage game, it uses a lot of interesting QuickTime events. So taking a look here, we can see the family of the apartment we've stepped in. We've got John Phillips, Carolyn Phillips, and Emma Phillips. And this game takes place in 2038, so Carolyn is 37, John is 39? Yeah, 39, and Emma is 10. So that's the family we're here, and yeah, there's just a lot of stuff going on here as well. You can see something happened to this aquarium here, and you can actually save the fish. Yeah, Dwarf Gourami. You can leave it, or you can save it. I want to save it. May as well. I don't see why not. There we go. Save the little fishy. So that increased software instability. Don't know why or what that does, but...
Please, you gotta save my little girl. Wait. You're sending an android?
All right, ma'am. You need to go.
You can't do that. Why aren't you sending a real person?
Because androids are expendable. You know, this is a hostage situation. Alright, so we've got different objectives. We have to find Captain Allen. And he is way up this way. So basically what you can do by holding R2, it shows your objectives, it shows a number of different things you can interact with, and this is basically what's called the Mind Palace. Yeah, we got some Sherlock shit going on.
My men are ready to step in. Just give the order.
So yeah, for the first 3 hours of this game, I kind of know what's going on. I'll be able to maybe make some changes, which is good because I really want to make some changes.
Captain Allen, my name is Connor. I'm the android sent by CyberLife.
It's firing at everything that moves. It already shot down 2 of my men. We could easily get it, but they're on the edge of the balcony. If it falls, she falls.
So yeah, the priority is to save the little girl. So...
Do you know if it's been behaving strangely before this?
I haven't got a clue. Does it matter?
I need information to determine the best approach.
Okay, and what about?
Have you tried its deactivation codes?
The first thing we tried.
Of course it is.
Saving that kid is all that matters. So either you deal with this fucking android now, or I'll take care of it.
Alright then, we've got a 48% probability for success. So we gotta understand what happened and save the hostage at all costs. So there are different things we can take a look at, different things we can interact with, and you can see our different objectives there. Aha! That's what I missed the first time around. I can't believe I completely forgot about this from the demo. Yeah, I'd missed out on something. So we can investigate different clues as well. So this lets us learn about a gun. We've got a Blackhawk, and we've got something else. It says there's one more clue. There we go. The ammo. Yeah, 355 ammunition. So we can actually reconstruct we can reconstruct the events, like run it backwards to see what happened and figure out what the hell's going on. So the deviant took the father's gun. Alright. There's nothing else to learn from this one. So yeah, that's what I missed the first time around. Playing this game the first time, I missed that, so that raises our probability of success a bit. Alright, so we can search the hostage's room, and unfortunately we can't really move any faster. Got a nice sedate walk here. Alright, so let's take a look at the little girl's tablet. And I do love, this game, not too many games do this anymore, but this game really takes advantage of the touchpad on the DualShock 4. Hi, Daniel. So now we know the deviant's name. And he's a deviant because he is an android who's broken from his programming. Alright. The mother is distraught, the father is dead, and the little girl has been kidnapped. Well, not necessarily kidnapped, she's taken hostage. So the child didn't hear the gunshots, that's good at least. You know, she didn't hear or see what happened to her dad. And speaking of which, now that we've searched the hostage's room, let's go see what's on the other side of these bullet holes in the clear glass TV.
All units hold positions.
So yeah, this is the dad. And he is, unfortunately, dead. Alright. Oh, there we go. So this is his identity. John Phillips is deceased. We have 355 bullet wound. There's another 355 bullet wound. That's one was fatal. And another. And that one was internal bleeding. So we can reconstruct events and see what happened. So if we roll it all the way backward. There we go. We can see what he was doing. He was doing something. Whoops. He was doing something with a tablet. He was holding something. Now we gotta roll backwards again to figure out what happened to that tablet. And there it is. It went sliding across the floor. So now we can take a look at that now that we know what happened here. Alright. So take a look at this. And let's go ahead and unlock that.
Your order for an AP700 Android has been registered. CyberLife thanks you for your purchase.
Daniel was getting replaced. Ooh, that's not good. And again, he's just a thing, right? Why should he care? Oh! You got shots. Alright. So that's the one that got shot. This, however, is somebody else entirely. Yeah, first responder. And he is dead. So of course this game takes place in Detroit, from the name. There we go, he's dead, and we've got, let's see what else. There's the bullet wound. That one was internal bleeding, so that wasn't the fatal wound. Not unless he died from bleeding out, and that's actually probably what killed him. But there is gunshot residue on his hand, which means he was holding a gun and fired his gun at some point. So the clue here, we rotate the camera. There we go. So we got something there. Yeah, the hostage witnessed the shooting. That's not good. But, here we go. Yeah, the cop shot the deviant. We run it backwards again. What happened to the cop's gun? Ah, it went flying under the table. So we've located the weapon. Alright. Now... Whoops. We reach for the gun. Now we have some interesting options here. Yeah, androids are strictly forbidden to carry or use any type of weapon. So we can take it or we can put it back. I want to take it. You know, last time I didn't take it, but this time I want it. I want it. We're not supposed to have it, but just raise our success to 48. So there's a magazine there that we don't get to read. Not this time, probably because the tension is pretty damn tense. The situation, at least.
Details are still emerging on what exactly happened, but the hostage shaker could be the family's android. He may have taken the lives of at least one family member and a police officer. If confirmed, this would be the first case of an android deliberately taking human lives. By all signs, the SWAT team are preparing for an assault, and it's been just over an hour since a little girl was taken hostage on the top floor of a building here.
Alright. So that gives us some info for what's going on, and apparently this is the first time something like this has happened, which is kind of interesting. I wonder how long these things have been on the market. Yeah, the family was about to have dinner, nobody thought to turn off the stove. It's like, you don't want this place burning down when that water boils out. Alright, so here we have... We've got fresh blue blood. So the androids in this game have blue blood as opposed to human blood, which is red. So Deviant is a PL600 model. We are an RK800. I think that's everything. Oh, the shoe. There we go. That was the last thing we're missing. Child-sized shoe, colorful model, and so on. Hostage could be wounded, so that's not good. Alright, I want to try to get the best possible income here. 83, I think, is the best you can get inside. So now let's go out. First time through this, I got an ending I was not expecting for this chapter.
Or I'll jump.
No, please, I'm begging you.
Yeah, please don't jump. You can be repaired. She can't. Of course, I doubt anybody's going to repair you.
Hi, Daniel. My name is Connor.
How do you know my name?
I know a lot of things about you. I've come to get you out of this.
Alright. Whoa, that's not good. He went down to 67. Okay, hostage located. Gain Deviant's trust and approach slowly. Okay, let's go... Yeah, reassure.
I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to talk and find a solution.
Talk! I don't want to talk. It's too late for that now. It's too late. Are you armed? No.
There we go.
I don't have a gun.
You're lying.
I'm lying. Yes, I am.
I'm
But-
telling you the truth, Daniel.
Will he believe
I came
us?
here unarmed.
Okay, let's go ahead and examine the cop. Because he is hurt.
He's losing blood. If we don't get him to a hospital, he's going to die.
Well, all humans die eventually. What does it matter if this one dies now?
I'm going to apply a tourniquet.
Don't touch
Oh,
him.
that's
Touch
not
him
good.
and I kill you.
I want to save this guy, though, so we're going to
Can't
ignore.
kill me. I'm not alive.
There we go. So we just saved the cop. And lost some probability of success. There we go. Okay, let's go with
I know you and Emma
MNU.
were very close. You think she betrayed you, but she's done nothing wrong.
She lied to me.
There we go, that jumped it up.
I thought she loved me.
Okay, keep
But I was
approaching
wrong.
slowly.
She's just like all the other humans.
No, she's not. Alright,
They were going to replace you, and you became upset. That's what happened, right?
yes it
I
is.
thought I was part of the family.
There we go, got him up to
Thought I
85.
mattered. But I was just their toy. Something to throw away when you're done with.
Okay, let's go. There we go.
I know it's not your fault.
Remember, we want to keep him
These
calm.
emotions you're feeling are just errors in your software.
We want to gain his
No.
trust.
It's not my fault.
There we go, 91. That's
I
good.
never wanted this.
It's really good.
I love them. You know? But I was nothing to them.
Just a slave to be ordered around.
All right.
I can't stand that noise anymore. Tell that helicopter to get out of here.
So it's kind of surprising, but they will actually listen to Connor about this. It's like I'm a little surprised that they're trusting an android when another android is the problem, but there we go. Got him up to 99%. Let's go. Yeah, trust.
You have to trust me, Daniel. Let the hostage go, and I promise you, everything will be fine.
There we go. 99%. Deviant stabilizing.
I want everyone to leave. And I want a car.
Oh, that's not going to
When I'm
happen.
outside the city, I'll let her go.
You know that's not going to happen. I can use the gun, or sacrifice self, or compromise. Let's go compromise.
That's impossible, Daniel. Let the girl go, and I promise you won't be hurt.
There you go. Still
I
99%.
don't want to die.
I know you don't.
We're not
go
going
reassure.
to die. We're just going to talk. Nothing will happen to you. You have
100%
my word.
awesome. I didn't get that last time around.
Okay. I trust you.
Alright, so he let her go. Which gave the sniper the chance to take him out. Bye-bye, Daniel. A little surprised he's not falling backwards, though. But
You lied to me, Connor.
I did, I know.
You lied.
I did what I had to do to save the girl. Alright, mission successful. So the first time I played through this, I got a completely different ending for this chapter. I wasn't able to gain Daniel's trust, and so Daniel stepped backwards to fall, and Connor rushed forward to save the girl. He saved her, but he fell as well. So yeah, this is the scene's flowchart. Here you can review the paths you've taken, the paths yet to be explored, and what possibilities you've unlocked. Each node earns you points that you can spend in the extras. Due to the nature of the game, sun nodes and endings will not be counted toward the completion of the flowchart. So yeah, this, you can see the other options I had gotten. So this was, I failed to negotiate with him, which led me to Deviant jumps with Emma, and Connor leapt for Emma and fell. So I was actually really surprised by that, considering Connor's one of the NPCs, or one of the major players in the game. And this game is set up so that characters can die. Characters can die, just like in Heavy Rain, they will die and they will be gone from the rest of the game. So Sniper Shot Deviant is another one, and it's actually, both those answers are pretty damn popular. Those are probably the two most popular options that people got. However, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 more possible endings for this chapter. And if we go back, we can see, you can see all the different choices we could do. We save the fish as opposed to not saving it. We did everything we could have when investigating. We took the gun instead of leaving it. There was something we missed. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just like straight going outside, or just maybe never going outside. I don't know. But either way, it leads to confront Deviant outside, I guess. So you can see all these different options we took that I followed pretty much the same path for the most part, other than I succeeded in my negotiation instead of failing. I lied to the Deviant, I built trust, and the sniper shot the Deviant. So those are the two endings I've gotten so far, and you can see there's others to get. So anyways, let's just go ahead and continue onward. We jumped forward to November 5th, and we get introduced to our second protagonist. This game has, I believe, 3. And every single one of them are androids. I don't think you play a single human character in this. So a little bit of history about this game. It actually was inspired by a tech demo that they had made sometime beforehand called Kara. It was a real-time tech demo for the PS3.
Honey, it looks amazing.
It was actually about the character we're playing now. Yeah, pre-owned PL600. You can see all the different models we have. the appearances themselves are not specific to the model numbers, which I think is kind of interesting. I think it's more what the specific model can do, what their capabilities are. Because models come in both male and female variants and different skin tones and faces and so on. As a matter of fact, you can see a Daniel model way up front there.
It was a bit difficult getting it back in working order. It was really messed up. What'd you say happened to it again?
The car hit it. Stupid accident.
Yeah, likely event.
Anyway, it's as good as new now, except that we had to reset it. Meaning we had to wipe its memory. I hope you don't mind.
It'll be fine.
Okay. Did you give it a name?
My daughter did.
AX400. Register your name.
Kara.
My name is Kara.
Yes, you are. So yeah, this game is really, really interesting, and it really shines. I don't expect it to break new ground in terms of AI sentience and robot insurrections and stuff like that. I mean, these are concepts that have been around for decades, at least since the 70s and so on, with Asimov and Philip K. Dick and Heinlein and the other great sci-fi writers like that. So I don't really expect it to break new ground on that, because that's not really the kind of thing that interests David Cage, at least from what we've seen from him through interviews and his games and so on. What interests him more is player choice and the ability for video games to allow players to direct narratives more so than an author or a director can. Which is why this game is pretty much built entirely around that flowchart, all the different choices that you have that you can see at the end of each chapter, which paths you've taken, which paths you could have explored as well. And that's been something that's been in his games at least since Fahrenheit. It may have even been in Omicron, but again, I haven't played Omicron, so I don't know about that one. So don't expect this game to get too deep in terms of the ethical and the moral ambiguity involved in AI sentience and stuff like that. But it probably will be pretty effective in character motivations and relationships and stuff like that. Yeah, written and directed by David Cage. November 5th, 2038. So this game seems to have a fetish for telling us the day, even though the day never changes. Well, I mean, it does change, but very infrequently. And for some reason, it just keeps telling us the same exact day. So this is our third protagonist. This is Marcus.
Would you like to go home now?
So we've got to go to the Bellini Paints shop. And there are different things we can do, but really not too much right now. So you can see this guy's using his android basically as a caretaker, and that's kind of what Marcus is too. We'll meet his owner in a little bit. But you can see androids are used as caretakers, they're used as nannies. You can see this one walking a baby right here. Yeah, Bellini Paints is not this way. So we can't go that way because it's not in our programming. We have to go to our objective.
Hey, water.
And this one's being used as a fitness trainer slash Fitbit, basically.
And are 5 miles away from your goal.
There we go. So yeah, androids have a little bit of free will, but not too much. They stray too far from their programming, and they run into dead ends. So they're pretty much treated as cheap, expendable workforce, and so on. So we have to wait for the green light. We can't progress because we would get run over. Pretty simple. And all right, sidewalks turn green, and we can go forward. There's stuff going on over here. Press R2 to use GPS, so Bellini Paints is over this way. And there are different things we can do here, but... Oh yeah, you even have temporary android parking. So if you have to go into a shop or something that's like no androids or whatever, because there are places like that that don't allow androids in. You can actually have your android just stand there and wait for you. So there are protesters over here in front of the CyberLife store, and CyberLife, again, are the people who make the androids and sell them. So yeah, we can't go that way so far. So I'm just kind of meandering right now because I know there are different things we can do throughout this chapter, but I didn't do them the first time. I didn't realize you could. So we've still got buskers here. Human music, $1 to hear music with soul. So it's not as perfect as an android could reproduce, but it is potentially original. You know, people can make mistakes, people have creativity. Androids can't and don't. Yeah, so we've got a homeless guy as well. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if it says, yeah, I lost my job because of androids. And there's a cop over here, too. A couple cops, actually. Detroit Police. Oh, that's an android cop. Okay. But this one is a good old-fashioned human cop. So it's a human paired with an android partner, which is probably interesting. Or, probably important. Alright. I wish we could move faster, but we can't. We can change the camera angle. Go for a front-facing or a rear-facing camera. But we can't move faster.
I say unto thee, the day shall come when we will have to pay the price for our arrogance. On that day, we shall have to explain our acts of idolatry. Why do you look at me so, demon?
What are you talking about?
Who you are. I can see
No,
through you.
you know what I am.
You are the one by whom the evil will come. You are the one who will destroy Detroit.
I wonder if that's prophetic. I don't know. We'll see.
Built these androids to be our slaves.
Alright, nope, not that way.
The slaves are becoming the master.
Okay, so the thing we're looking for is this way, and you've got a whole bunch of stuff going on here. Smith and White. You can actually tap there to order that. So it's very interesting how they've added tech to what's going on. And this game is only set 20 years in the future. It's like, is this really what David Cage thinks that the year that 2020 or 2038 is going to be like? I would have said it more like maybe 2068 would make more sense. Because I don't think that androids like this are really 20 years off. I think they're more like 40 years off. You know, we're not that advanced yet. It would take some major advancements, some major breakthroughs. So yeah, we have to go pick up an order at a paint shop. Go ahead and connect. Our skin reveals that we are an android. We've got an android clerk here, too.
Here is your order number 847. That will be $63.99. Please confirm payment.
And
payment confirmed.
Transaction complete.
So considering this game is about a robot insurrection, I kind of actually expected this to be like we're picking some secret package up for the robot insurrection, but nope. Marcus hasn't been introduced to that yet. I'm not even sure if he will be. Because I haven't made it that far in the game yet. There we go. Let's change that so we can actually see where we're going. We've got our package, so now it's time to head onward. We've got to take the bus home. So there is at least one more interaction we can do, and I'd really like to. Let's go this way, though. So we couldn't get over towards the protesters last time, but now we can. We can actually go right by them. Or, yeah, we can bypass them, or head right through here. We get close enough.
Where the fuck you going, Tin Can?
I was just walking right in front of you. Heading towards the bus, buddy.
Hey,
I don't want any trouble.
We got one of those tin cans here.
Look at this little motherfucker. You steal our jobs, but you can't even stand up.
I think I can stand up. That's what I'm doing. Well, that's what I was doing. Yeah, these guys just are not sympathetic. They don't like that androids are a cheaper workforce.
We're gonna fuck your bitch ass up. Yeah, waste it.
Do it!
Alright. It's enough. Leave it alone.
Let us teach this bastard a lesson.
Damage it, I'm gonna have to find you.
Yeah, because it's private property.
We're gonna take your job next. See how you like it.
Okay. Let's go. Run along.
Androids pretty much literally are slaves, except they aren't self-aware. They don't have free will, unless they break their programming and become deviant. So it does happen. But it's still, I believe it's relatively new. Like they said, Daniel, that was what, 3 months before this game, or before this scene? Daniel was the first one to have taken human lives, that we know of. Androids are even relegated to specific sections of the buses. There's an android compartment where they're basically put in like in a cattle car, basically. They gotta stand right next to each other, just like that. And I know there are buses and subways that are jam-packed like that, with actual people who willingly do it, but that's different. Look at how open it is. So yeah, that is the end of Shades of Color. It can only end one way with Marcus taking the bus, but there are different options and paths we could take. So there are a couple things we could have done that I missed out on. There's basically 2 other options we could have done that I missed out on, and kind of sucks. But we listened to the busker, we watched the preacher, and the preacher yells at Marcus. The protesters harass Marcus, and that's it. So you can see the actual critical path for this is pretty straightforward. No choices in that, but there are different other options you could do throughout as well.